Hello, 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 it is I, Serpent. So sit back, relax, trust in me, just in me. And it is my birthday today, so I'm enjoying myself with a little bit of Star Wars The Old Republic, playing my character Ophidian, who is now on Nar Shaddaa, the vertical city, the smuggler's moon, and quite frankly, the best place in the Star Wars galaxy to have a party. As long as you don't mind the heavily armed gangs. So let's see where I'm at. I have to go to the red light district. In order to find the horrible power guard experiments that the Republic has been doing on live sapient subjects. Because apparently this whole plotline is finding out that the Republic has been allowing, like, the worst military crap. Anyways, I gotta go to the red light sector for that. Meanwhile, I need to return to the ambassador to tell him that I've defeated the mountain.
Vehicle paths
The
are currently open for
five
business.
Morukai brothers, twins, something like that,
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
that were trying to hunt Jedi. Specifically me. They're trying to hunt me. Cause a lot of problems for Barish the Hutt. It turns out that Barish the Hutt was the former leader of their gang, and they only outed him and kicked him out when he was a bad leader, too greedy. So now he's gonna have to answer for that. We're trying to use the Republic to settle his own petty vengeance debts. Let's see how that works. Welcome back to the Promenade. Not as cool as the Promenade from Deep Space Nine. After all, it does not have quarks, but it does have a giant statue of Karaga the Hutt. So, yeah. Don't see ridiculously opulent artwork like that on Deep Space Nine, do you? Let's see. We're going through here to the ambassador's chambers, which is Barish's Mercantile Exchange, is where the ambassador's based off of right now. Ambassador Verdun knows everything. Good, Barish told him.
The Kintan Kings are retreating, thanks to you. The Republic citizens are finally safe. I should be happier, but Barish just told me some distressing news.
I reveal my shameful past. Are you pleased with yourself?
I believe you're doing the right thing.
Just as I feared, your ambassador is not pleased.
Nar Shaddaa is critical to the Republic's future, and allies are in short supply. I'll work with you, Barish, but I'll keep a close eye on your activity.
Yeah, see, that's just smart. You should absolutely do that. Wonderful.
Thank you for
I will
everything
never
you
disappoint
did,
you.
especially revealing the truth.
Is there any other way I can be of service?
I hope you'll forgive me for seizing upon your generosity, Master Jedi. As you're among the few people I can trust here, would you take on another matter?
Sure.
A local man named Ilox has requested Republic assistance in the red light sector. If you find yourself there, please speak to him.
Speak to Ilox. Alright, I could talk to Ilox.
Thank you for everything, my friend. You saved the Republic mission on Nar Shaddaa.
Always a pleasure to see you. I trust you find my merchandise with satisfaction. Now this is pod racing. Driving my pod racer through the mean streets of Nar Shaddaa. Yeah, they go to all the trouble of tiling all these hallways, you know, with nice hexagonal tiles. And they make them too narrow to have people comfortably pass each other. Interesting. Very interesting.
Vehicle paths are currently open for business.
Alright, let's go to the red
Have
light
a safe and pleasant
center.
stay.
But remember, Zio says I was too dumb and was waiting on the Serpadice channel to go live. Yeah, I stream Swatter over here on Zios and Tavir. I tend to stream most things over here on Zios and Tavir, as Zios should well know. The exception is when I have a solo sponsorship, which I have right now. Zios is the same one, so we're streaming those on our individual channels, and not on our collective channel. The red light sector. For this year's proven high-quality implants and neurostim technology, visitors to Nar Shaddaa go to the promenade. For next year's innovations, they go to the red light sector. The bodily enhancements available in the red light sector are almost uniformly illegal, untested, and highly dangerous, or all three. Athletes looking for an undetectable edge, opportunistic gang members, and adrenaline junkies alike all come in search of the new and death-defying. Some of the technologies sold in the red light sector eventually make it to market in legitimate form, while others become staples of the high-risk, high-reward underground implant scene. Alongside the surgical and bioenhancement shops, other shady businesses preying on sentient appetites tend to bloom. In particular, slavers and spice dealers often offer products here, taking advantage of red light sector customers' wealth, desperation, or moral flexibility as appropriate. I notice it doesn't mention the traditional use of red light sectors, which is, of course, prostitution. But then, this is Star Wars. They have no problem showing slavery, but prostitution is a bit much. Although I did have dancers. You know, Jabba's dancers. What do you think those are happening? Thous asks, if you narrow a hex tile, is it still 5 feet of movement per hex? Yes, this is 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. So yes, it is a well-known principle, first articulated by Einstein, that that the speed of a hex is constant. And distance gets distorted.
I'm a freelance private investigator. We need to talk.
As an evokai.
I understand Jedi get asked for help all the time, but this is important. Someone from the Republic needs to know what I've stumbled onto, in case I get disappeared.
Hello, evokai. Most evokai are slaves on Nal Hutta. This guy must have escaped.
I don't understand. Are you in some kind of danger?
Almost always, but this is different. There's bad business going down at Club Euphora. So some Republic fleet officers go in, but they never came out. I decided to snoop around. Made it to one of the back rooms. It was full of slave cages.
Interesting.
Who hired you to follow around those Republic fleet officers?
Nobody. I'm just returning a favor. Republic soldiers rescued me from the Empire when I was a kid. Saved my life. I keep tabs on any Republic military that come here on shore leave. And make sure they don't get into trouble.
The Republic is lucky to have a friend like you.
Wish I could do more. But this is out of my league.
Well,
Club
it's into
Euphora has
my league,
major
so I'll take care of it.
security, way above normal. The guards are boosted with combat adrenals and cybernetic implants. Whatever's happening, it's worth killing to keep secret. Somebody needs to rescue those officers.
Thanks for bringing this to me. I'll take it from here.
May the Force be with you. I always wanted to say that.
Yeah, you did a good job. Good delivery.
The fleet officers are in the back of Club Euphora. They need your help.
Do they get a mini thing whenever I click on him?
The fleet officers...
Yeah. Interesting. Some NPCs are like that. You get a little video clip. Let's see. Anything else here? Don't believe so. There we go. Down into the red light district. Put on the red light. Put on the red light. I'm not even going to pretend I can hit the notes in that song. A business official and a red light tourist have merged. They have become one. My God, what horrible abomination is this? There's two organ harvesters, you know, having a chat about organ harvesting stuff. Oh. I'm getting a call. Excuse me, I have to take this.
I'm in the red light sector. You have a plan for finding that main lab?
If the power guard facility has a dedicated reactor, it's immune to energy fluctuations affecting the power grid.
Stands to reason.
My team is monitoring energy readings in that sector. All you have to do is cause some fluctuations. Applying a lightsaber to the right power conduits ought to do the trick.
That seems kind of permanent. Isn't there like a way I can just, you know, flutter the power?
If I disrupt power to an entire city sector, innocent people might be injured.
Trust me, no one there is innocent.
Oh, fuck
Regardless,
you,
the
guy.
fluctuations will be short-lived and harmless. Sending coordinates to key power conduits. Hit them all, and we'll get a fix on that power guard main lab. And be careful.
Okay, but
The
only
red
because
light sector
T7 said it would be
may look
harmless.
civilized, but it's nothing of the sort. Riken out.
Is the fact that Riken's the kind of guy who thinks that no one living in the slums is innocent. They're all criminals, aren't they? Yeah, that immediately means that he's awful. Not thrilled with his attitude one bit. But T7 says this won't actually hurt anybody, so... Wish that would actually flutter the lights, but this is not an instant area. Here we go with the Acklay, which is not an arachnid. Acklays are crustaceans. Chief Rarkga. Chief Rarkga, okay. Word, please. Only take a Jedi, huh? Interesting. Won't ask what you're doing here, but I'm required to give you a warning. Don't leave the tourist area. It's too dangerous.
Is something wrong here?
The Superior says I have to warn everyone, so I'm warning you. Gang wars heating up. Officially, everything past the security droids is off limits. It's the bleeders again. Used to just drag tourists off and harvest a body part or two. Now they're rich, armed, and getting ambitious. Leaders have declared war on all the red light gangs and any outsiders. Cartel's official stance is, just let them fight it out.
Sounds like things are headed in a dark direction.
And you're already smarter than anyone in my chain of command. I don't want to just stand here and watch my district burn, no matter what the cartel said. I got a pile of credits and equipment donated from the local merchants for anyone who wades in there and teaches those bleeders a lesson in humility. Just saying. I do like teaching lessons. Leaders is still plenty dangerous. Watch yourself. I do like teaching lessons to people. In another life, when I had less anxiety and more patience, I might have been a teacher. Heroic 2, Nar Shaddaa Bloodsport. Republic Embassy Security Service Citizen Travel Advisory. To all Republic citizens in the red light sector, be advised the Gauntlet criminal gang has set up a death duel tournament in the back alleys. 4 refugees are running the gang's ordeal for credit rewards. The Gauntlet is broadcasting hollows of these fights. No refugee has survived to collect a prize. The Hutt cartel refuses to intervene in this despicable entertainment. All tourists should avoid the area, but trained Republic agents are encouraged to end the Gauntlet's activities by destroying its hollow recording equipment and driving off the gangsters. I gotta destroy some hollow recording equipment, destroy hollow cameras, rescue groups of impoverished refugees. Sounds good. I could do that. Yeah. I can do that. What we got here? 3 transients and Malahan.
You know the names of your masters. Glitterstim and Giggledust, Magnetar and Whiff. And I know them too. I've walked that road you walk, yet here I stand spice-free. I was addicted to Rill for 21 years, only managed to kick it when my connection dried up. That's why, for the sake of these other friends here, someone's gotta cut off the supply.
It sounds like a good idea, but you hardly look up to it.
Scars of a wild life, you know. I was hoping you could help. There's Rill labs up and down these blocks, serving thousands of addicts. Take them out, and those addicts will be forced clean by pure lack of supply.
Pretty sure that's not how that works.
Making that difference?
I've always hated the spice trade. I'm in.
Yes, sir. Time to get it done. Here, I'll show you where the real labs are. They're like the hearts of the operation, or lungs, or something you've got a few of. Take them down and the dealers run out of product. It's all downstream from there.
So, I'm not an expert in drugs or drug culture or drug recovery.
At the source, it's the only way.
But I do know that most experts are agreed that it should be treated as a public health crisis. That it should be treated as a disease that can be treated, can be cured. This is why you have things like clean needle exchanges and things like that. That a lot of awful people say is just encouraging drug use, but is really encouraging people to be able to come forward and get help. I do not think that just cutting off the drug supply and forcing everybody into DTs is an effective means of ending the spice trade. And as Zios has just said, the spice must flow. The sleeper has awakened. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think this is an effective method. But the game says to do it, so I will do it. I think it would be a more effective method to, you know, swipe enough money in order to open up a free clinic. Also have, I don't know, like you can't say that these people are addicted by choice, because it is a disease. It is something that they can't recover from without help. But at the same time, I don't think they'd respond well to being forced to make that choice. Like, they have to be ready. They have to work with you to do that, right? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an expert in drug culture or addiction or recovery. That just doesn't sound right. It's the idea of, let's destroy all the drug labs and cut off the supply. You know, not because drug lords don't deserve it, but just from a matter of effectiveness. Very big fan of using the what the scientific consensus considers the most effective method for things like this, for health crises. And sometimes it does seem counterintuitive. You know, it can... Sometimes there's reasons to do something that at first glance seems strange. But we should still do what the scientific consensus says, because while the scientific consensus can be wrong, they are much more likely to be right than someone who doesn't know what they're talking about. Unfortunately, the people who do this war on drugs stuff generally don't know what they're talking about. Or sometimes don't care. Well, that's a guy in a cage. That's not good. Hey, buddy, what's up? Lieutenant Rail?
I'm Lieutenant Rail, of the cruiser Coruscant Flame. Never been so happy to see a Jedi my whole life. Blast, I could barely see straight. They pumped me full of... something. Makes my face numb.
Tell me what happened to the other officers.
I'm the only one left. Don't know what happened to the rest. These cute little dancers brought me and my shipmates here to blow off steam. Next thing we knew, the
Real purpose of
dancers
a red
were
light
gone.
district.
Guards beat us half to death, threw us in these cages like animals.
God, you could just be abusive to this poor guy.
Did they ever say what they wanted with you?
I'm not sure. But I think these people work for someone else. They
Most likely.
smuggled us out one by one in waste containers. Nobody came back except for a gunnery ensign. He was different. Didn't even recognize me. Wherever they took him, something terrible happened.
Time to go, Lieutenant. You ready to run for it?
I can make it out on my own. You need to find the others. I heard the guards mention the quarantine zone. I think that's where they took the others. Please, you have to save them.
I'll turn the quarantine zone upside down if that's what it takes.
Be careful. The quarantine zone is toxic. If bad guys can survive there, they must be pretty tough. Thanks for busting me out.
Hence why it's called the quarantine zone. Okay, level 59. 10 levels away from a very nice level. I feel like I'm on the Vice Squad, some of these missions. I don't like the Vice Squad. Oh. That is you. Didn't expect that. Oh, hey. Bonus thing for defeating bleeders. Well, let's do that then. Well, I thought that was the way in, but apparently it's not. Don't know what those grunts were. They seem to have come out of nowhere. But regardless... Oh. Victims of the bleeders. The back alley thief. I'm not here for you, thief. There goes that conduit. There we go. Let's wreck this Rill lab. Rill is one of several named spices in the Star Wars universe. And by spice, of course, we mean drugs. They just call it spice. Spice is not one particular thing, but it is many varieties of something that is just called spice in the vernacular, much like we call all sorts of different drugs drugs. Or narcotics or controlled substances. Rill comes from Ryloth, the homeworld of the Twi'leks. Ryloth is a world that is trapped in zones of extreme heat and extreme cold. Where pretty much everybody lives in the sort of twilight areas where it can be habitable. They are the chief source of real spice, which I believe is the most common form of spice in the galaxy. Fortunately, the Twi'lek people rarely see it, as they tend to be exploited by gang bosses, slavers, and sadly, their own people. Well, you're doing a lousy job protecting the spice, Mr. Spice Protector. I think having the title of Spice Protector, you'd be better at this. There go the lab sifters. Interrupted. Why are we interrupted? There we go. Must have had a damage over time effect. Or as we call it in the MMO biz, a dot. DOT, damage over time. Those are effects that do damage every interval of click. Get another spice den. I was getting real tired of these lowlifes pushing this spice. I didn't want no one else to end up like Mrs. McCready's daughter. Who was Mrs. McCready? I don't know, I just made her up. But if she had a daughter, and that daughter was lost to spice, well, you'd do what I did. Which is a lot of damage, violence, and mayhem. Activate a turret and hold off the bleeder forces. Sounds fun. How do I do that precisely? Where is a turret that I can activate? Oh, there's one. Get away from my turret. My turret. Seems pretty easy. Straightforward. Yeah, yeah. I destroyed Bleeder's shipments. How long do I have to... How many waves are there, I wonder? They came at me wave after wave. But they forgot one thing. I have a big-ass cat Tyrannosaur. Before long, I'd be back with Mrs. McCready, comforting her over the death of her daughter. Yeah. What do you think? Can we turn that into a noir? Nar Shaddaa Nights. I do enjoy the noir genre. As a genre, it has a tendency towards certain failings. Sexism being the big one. Although there are certainly examples of noir that avoid that in various ways. It is not required for the genre. It just tends to show up a lot. But still, I love it. Noir is about compromises and shades of gray and a dirty, rotten world. Where the private investigator is no angel, but most of the time is trying to be a little better to the people around him. And I respect that. I think that's really neat, and that is something I have struggled with and tried to do in my life. Because we're all imperfect, but you try to be just a little better. Just try to help a poor kid out when they need it, you know? So I really like the noir genre because I really like the heroes of the noir genre. Need more supplies to destroy. And of course, it made the careers of a lot of fantastic actors. Humphrey Bogart. Maltese Falcon is probably the most famous noir movie, but there's other really great ones like The Big Sleep and Double Indemnity. Though in Double Indemnity, there's not really any heroes in Double Indemnity. They're all kind of scumbags in that. But that's the point of it. That's another version of noir you can do, which is where everybody is culpable, everybody's to blame. There's no real good guys. You generally have a bad guy protagonist. And I don't like those as much, but a lot of them are still very well done. Of course, noir lends itself so easily to crossovers with so many other genres. You can do noir in space very easily as a sci-fi. You can do noir, but the mystery are things that drive you mad, and suddenly you're crossing over with Lovecraft. There's all sorts of stuff you could do with it. It blends with most every genre. The way that noir differs from a whodunit is in a whodunit, the focus is on the mystery and the case and solving the case. Whereas in a noir, focus is on the people and what the people do. And a lot of times it's not so much about figuring out who the killer is as following the path that leads to the... And it's the path that matters.
Only one building in the sector maintained a steady energy supply when you disrupted those power conduits. That has to be the main lab. Sending coordinates now. Aside from Agent Galen and the test subjects, we have no idea what you'll face in there. How will you play this?
whatever surprises the enemy has in store. A Jedi is always ready.
With luck, you'll catch the opposition off guard. You're in for a hell of a fight.
A hell of a fight. T7's fully
Contact me
charged,
when
weapons
it's
armed.
done. Riken out.
Alright, Ragan. I neither like you nor respect you, but I guess now is not the time to push for your replacement. Maybe once I've solved this crisis. Alright, this is gonna take us down to the quarantine zone here. What am I supposed to do in double negative? There we go. Investigate the quarantine zone. Okay. Just trying to find those missing Republic soldiers. Investigating with a sword. Aggressive investigating. Oh man, that didn't get anybody. Tried clicking on it, but it didn't register. Oh well. Go. Now let's see what's to be seen this lab after I beat these guys. Now let's see what's to be seen in this. Oh wait, these guys too. Now let's see what's to be seen in this lab. Captain Prison. And who are these characters in stasis? Oh my god, it's some kind of horrible experiment. Explain, Dr. Charnagus. Or Charnagus?
Good evening. Dr. Charnagus at your service.
Charnagus.
I've never had the pleasure of meeting a Jedi in person. Well, not one who is still alive. This seems an opportune moment to reveal that I am not Imperial. I merely worked for them.
You seem incredibly creepy and evil. Just saying.
If you come along quietly, I'll take that into consideration.
I'm honored to turn myself into such a fair-minded person. Give me a moment, and I'll revive the good Captain Trazine, and I'm sure he's eager to speak with you.
Well, I don't trust this for a second. My god, he just put his glow stick against the captain.
What's going on?
You've been rescued. Isn't that wonderful?
I don't know how you pulled this off by yourself, but thanks. They killed everyone but me.
I freed Lieutenant Rail from Club Euphora. He sent me.
Well, I'm glad he made it. What happened here was beyond horrifying. This lunatic doctor's been tearing our bodies apart, grafting pieces onto Imperial spies so they look like us.
A combination of surgery and genetic splicing. Amazing procedure. I'm the first to successfully perform it.
You're a sickening blight on the galaxy.
It's not nearly as awful as you might think. The subjects feel no pain. The Empire was secretly replacing Republic fleet officers with its own agents. Men enjoying their shore leave made perfect targets. The Imperials wanted saboteurs throughout the Republic's warships. They planned to destroy the vessels from within.
How did you acquire such knowledge?
The facility's commander was quite forthcoming, at least with me.
You deserve to die, monster.
But let's not be hasty. I'll gladly offer my expertise to the Republic. Think of all you could do.
Look.
To infiltrate the Empire? Well, I guess I'd go along with using this filth.
No. We're not Operation
Paperclipping
Paperclipping
this
this guy.
horrible man is lock him away.
You're right, of course. I'm not thinking too clearly right now.
Oh dear, you people are passing up a golden opportunity.
I'll escort this sicko to my superiors for punishment. Thanks for all your help.
See that this man pays for his crimes.
You can count on that, Master Jedi. Goodbye.
Ah. What a jerk. Also, very creepy. Also, why are there still bodies in stasis if they're all dead? Are those just corpses? Corpses with breathing apparatuses stuck to them? That's disturbing. So basically this guy is doing the plot of Face Off. And if you haven't seen the movie Face Off, you should see the movie Face Off if you like action movies done by John Woo. And who doesn't? All right. Here we go into back to the red light sector, away from the quarantine. All right, now over to the other side of the red light sector. Well, we rescued the public officers. Hey, destroyed your spice for you.
What you did is being felt all over. I saw a line of addicts going north and another going east trying to find new suppliers. But the ones they found were swamped. Nearly everyone's been turned away.
How badly will they suffer?
I've been through it. It's like ice in your veins. Cramps, too. A lot of throwing up. But that pain's like pulling out a hook, you know? 'Cause once it's out, what you did here, it's gonna change some lives. Carry that with you.
Some of them. I'm worried about recidivism.
I've tried counseling a few. We've got some progress, you know?
Okay, well, at least they're
Tried
getting
counseling a
counseling
few.
too.
We've got some progress, you know?
That's a little bit better. But like, hey, you're going cold turkey, and then we're leaving you alone. That's not a idea. More bleeders. You know, it's interesting they call themselves bleeders, because I'm sure they think that it sounds really, really cool and dangerous and stuff like that, like we make people bleed. But really, it just makes me think, oh, they're saying that when I stick them, they'll bleed a lot. I gotta wait for this. This is a gang boss that I have to. Just Beauty Queen is what she goes by. Oh, there's Beauty Queen. There we go. A couple others I gotta destroy for that quest. Is that the door there? Oh yeah, it is. Glad I didn't miss that. Into the Gauntlet Gang area. This is where they're setting up that horrible gauntlet that's killing people. So it's time to destroy the holocams, like this one. Holo equipment. I'm guessing is like the stuff in the crate. Yes. No more sick blood sports on Nar Shaddaa. Only healthy blood sports on Nar Shaddaa. Now, for a nation obsessed with maintaining its neutrality and negotiating with the Hutts, we sure are imposing our morality on Nar Shaddaa quite a lot. I mean, that's not a bad thing necessarily, because we are doing good. Like, the stuff that we're stopping, for the most part, is objectively horrible. But also, like, isn't the whole point of this that we're supposed to stay neutral? That we're not supposed to cause trouble? Seems like we're causing an awful lot of trouble and running the risk of driving our potential allies right into the arms of the Empire, because we know for sure that the Hutts aren't going to have moral compunctions against working with the Empire. I'm not seeing any other holo cameras and stuff. Oh, there's one. No filming today. No filming means the blood sports can't go out on Hut TV. No Hut TV means no advertising revenue. No advertising revenue means no more blood sports. Oh. The Morians swinging for the fences. Got them gone. Get that crate of supplies on. Go ahead and take care of them. Oh, a Trandoshan. Kubaz, you can always tell them by the sound of them, and also the snouts. There's that. Oh, there's another one there. Right. 3 Kubaz and a Trandoshan, only on Nar Shaddaa. Oh, hi. Kinda inserting yourself into our conversation there, guy. And here's the thing. I'm better with my sword than you are with your stick. Oh. Morians, on the other hand, might have something of an advantage. There we go. Gotta take them down now. Yes, there's the bonus mission. Alright, rescued 2 refugees. I need to rescue 1 more. I need to find more of these holocams, because I still gotta destroy 3 holocams. There's one. There's one, and some refugees over there, so let's get both of them. That's not nice. The Morians sure do pack a wallop. To use the vernacular. I don't know, man, it's like... so much of this game is killing. That doesn't seem very Jedi. Seems very smuggler. But then I guess in the prequels, the Jedi did a lot of that too. Stop going after my droid, you jerks. Yeah, that's right. I don't mess with anybody who can try to mess with me, but I won't take kindly to it. Alright. That takes care of that. I just need those cameras. Where? There's one. At least I'm playing a Cathar in this instead of a human, because if I was a human just killing off all these aliens, that would be a little, oh, human-centric? I think EA intended destroy broadcast terminal and defeat the shot caller. Okay, I can do that. I think EA intended the Republic to be much more heroic than I generally take it to be. Because again, this was, what, 20 years ago? Almost 20 years ago? Not quite 20 years ago. 15 years ago. And I think there was a feeling, and I don't think this was true, but I think there was a feeling among a lot of studios that people were willing to just do these sort of jingoistic, these guys are enemies of the Republic, so kill them all kind of things. And I think nowadays it's better understood that people do question that. Like, well, why are we doing this to these poor guys? You know, is it just because they're arrayed against us for political reasons, or is there a stronger reason? In this case, they're, you know, abusing civilians and everything, but is there no way to negotiate? Is there no way to deal with this stuff? Some of this, of course, is the failing of the type of game that it is. it's an MMO, and more than that, it's a World of Warcraft type MMO. Based on the same basic principle of World of Warcraft, which means diplomacy is not really something something you do much in these. It is mostly killing. And so you got to make some allowances for the type of genre, don't you? I think you do. Still, given how what are you? Are you a Catonic? Are we dealing with a Catonic gangster? This is kind of awesome. Catonics are kind of marshmallowy aliens. They show up in Return of the Jedi, or one of them shows up in Return of the Jedi as a Cluehorn player for the Max Rebo band in Jabba's palace. There's this kind of Pillsbury doughboy-looking guy playing the horn in Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi, and that is a Kitanak. And I think that's a Kitanak, or Katonak, or however you pronounce it. And that's kind of neat. Fine. I tried to just outrun them. That didn't work. Guess we'll fight more. Hold aggro on a bunch of Gamorreans. There's the Trandoshan. Alright, back to the red light sector. With that all cleared up, people freed, holo equipment shut down, blood sport ended. Forever, I'm sure. Alright, let's see what else we gotta do here. Gotta go this way. Defeat another one of the... Get in on this. Leader Vivisector. Yee. But we're gonna have to wait for this guy, though. I back into somebody? Apparently I did. I don't want to have to destroy an astromech droid with one freaking hit. He was... Poor guy. Leader anesthesiologist. Yeah, these guys, on the other hand, I want to kill. Like, they are clearly doing horrific experiments on people. And I don't particularly want to kill them. I wish there was a non-lethal way of taking them out. But, you know, what you gonna do? You're a Jedi. You have a laser sword that instantly burns through people. Your options are limited. And it's true that in the comics and the prequels, Jedi seem much more blasé about killing people. For whenever I'm sitting there, I am, there's this, right here is the mission I want, where I have to defeat Guns Arak, another one of the crime bosses, and I gotta wait for him to spawn. There he is. Hi, Guns. What kind of guy are you? Looks like you're just a human. And now you're a dead human. There you go. All right. Let's deal with the power guard. Imperials. Now we're supposed to be playing nice with Imperials in Nar Shaddaa, and we're supposed to be playing nice with Imperials because of the Treaty of Coruscant. But let's face it, they're fascists. I don't feel really bad about killing them. They are space fascists. I think perhaps it is impolitic for me to be doing this, but it is certainly not immoral. There you go. I think it's probably impolitic, though. This could very potentially cause a lot of problems for a lot of people. Go to the Power Guard Cybernetics Lab. Well, here I am. Oh.
We've been waiting for you, Jedi.
Have you?
Darth Angral told me you defeated Watcher 1
I did.
and Inquisitor Farav.
Did that too.
Impressive.
Yes.
When my men failed to report from the Nikto sector, I knew it had to be your doing.
Because I'm the only
killed good men
Jedi?
at that recruitment center. Loyal soldiers, the best.
Awesome. I'm honestly, that's awesome.
They served evil. The galaxy won't miss them.
No one will miss you, either.
I promised Commander Grawl he could execute you personally. And I left him a few gifts to help. Mark 1 power guards, not as destructive as the later models I possess, but quick to assemble and quite malleable. It took nothing to wipe their useless minds and program them to serve me.
Twisted. What have you done to these people?
Perfected them. What good is a weapon you can't control? You'd have made a good slave, but I have all I need. Goodbye, Jedi.
You don't have nearly enough, buddy. You may think you have all you need. You do not. Right. You have made a fatal mistake. You have caused me to feel morally righteous by wrecking everything in here. Commander Grohl's datapad. What is in Commander Grohl's datapad? Encrypted datapad. Oh, don't get.
We're too late, Riken. Darth Angral's apprentice raided the lab. There's nothing left here. I found an encrypted datapad on an Imperial officer. It looks important.
It may have information on where the enemies moved to. Bring the datapad back to headquarters. My slicers will crack the decryption. We'll have to move fast to stop the enemy. Hurry.
You don't have to tell me to hurry, buddy. Still don't like you very much. You don't treat your men right. Kind of incompetent. You're a little bit racist. Definitely classist. I can't believe you said there were no innocent people in the red light sector. Like, what the hell, man? Go. Sabotage bleeder vehicle. Is that bonus? Guess is over this way? Ah, yes. Maybe get away from that, thieves. I was hoping they were gonna run. I was honestly... Oh, good, they're safe. Don't care about thieves who are robbing the very bad guys that I'm trying to mess with. Like, yeah, sure, rob the bleeders. See what I care. Enemies of my enemy is my friend, you know? Let's see, here's... Oil can. A third of the criminals I have to beat up. Oil can. Why? Why must you be in the middle of the road, you poor little thing? Now defeat the Rip. The Rip. I mean, he definitely is ripped. Holy crap, look at this guy. Wow. Forget the fighting. You want to go out sometime, buddy? Is that a no? You could have been my Catwoman. Oh well. Damn. Ah, damn. Alright. Let's go over to a vial of bleeder blood from the Bleeder Street Captain. What the hell? Okay. I need your blood. Can I take your blood, please? Can you imagine how much fun these missions would be if this game had like a stealth component or something? Sneaking around, trying to steal his blood. Hey, my fancy vehicle with the probe droid flourish. See? Launch a probe droid. Alright, that seems to be it. For the red light district, just turning stuff in now. Don't really care who I aggro, because I'm going to lose them when I go out here. Unless, of course, they're powerful enough to shoot me off my speeder, which can happen. I don't really know how they figure who's powerful enough, though, because it's not a matter of whether the enemies are strong or elite. That doesn't matter. It seems to be a matter of what weapons they actually have, which means that, like, I suppose some enemies are flagged with can knock you off a speeder or something like that. But I don't know. It seems kind of random to me. All right, Chief. Leaders have already contained the cartel. Contacted the cartel. They want me to negotiate. Apparently the bleeders are under the impression one of the other gangs brought in off-worlders who could take down a dozen men at will. On an unrelated note, I have a token of affection here from the local merchants. What was that? Local Merchants Association. So the bleeders are looking for peace. Negotiated by the cartel, but have a good time. But be safe. You know, I'd love to, but safe isn't really a thing that I do. I would really love to be safe. I would love for the world to be safe. But it's just not that kind of universe. World needs Jedi like me.
Heard there was quite a rumble in the quarantine zone. Guessing that was you.
Rumble in the Quarantine Zone is one of Bruce Lee's lesser-known movies.
The Imperials were behind the abductions at Club Euphora. I took out their base.
Knew this whole deal was over my head, but I didn't know it was that high. I'll be sure to steer Republic people away from Club Euphora from now on.
It's probably a good
Take
idea.
care.
Yeah.
And if you get a chance, an old friend in the industrial zone could use someone like you. His name's Gannick.
Okay. All right, that works for me. I gotta return to Chief Raiken for debriefing. And also, let's see what mail I got here from Ambassador Averton. Oh, the Republic's relations with Barish. I must thank you again for safeguarding the Republic's interests on Nar Shaddaa from the Kintan King's gang. I requested additional security forces to the Nikto sector and am confident we will establish a peaceful base of operations there. Regarding your discovery of Barish's criminal past, the Republic has decided to limit its interactions with him until we are more confident that he can be trusted. Nar Shaddaa is dangerous enough without friends like him. We will see how sincere Barish truly is about aiding the Republic. In the meantime, we will be more vigilant about our alliances. You see, I think that's a pretty good outcome. I think that's pretty smart. Let's vet our supposed allies a little bit better while we're in freaking hut space.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Alright, I'm gonna deliver this encrypted datapad to General Raiken. And then I think I am going to take a break. I'm not sure if I'll be back later tonight. I very well might be. This may just be a stream day. We'll see what goes on with that. But I definitely need to take a break, make myself some dinner. Get some of that good food. I gotta think about what I want for my birthday dinner. It is my birthday today. I am, in fact, years old. So, exciting. And I've chosen to spend it here on Twitch streaming because I just really wanted to play video games today. And it's kind of fun streaming. Kind of fun sort of rambling on like this. It'll be more fun when I have more followers and we have a, robust chat and I can answer people's questions and interact with them, and that'll be a lot of fun. But for now, this is fun. Oh no, the Mark II power guards are here. Oh dear. So, for those of you who caught my stream last night, I specifically told these guys to get out of Dodge, and General Raiken said, "No, we're not leaving, we're gonna stay here." So, all these dead bodies are on him. All of them. I'm like, look, you are facing actual Sith and their minions. You are not equipped. You're a little SIS squad. But would he listen? No, he would not. And now, good Republic intelligence agents are dead. Shame. Well, at least he paid for it. That should never have happened anyway, though.
I warned him. I told Raiken this base was compromised.
You did. I agreed
Chief's
with you.
dead. They're all dead. What were those things?
They're like what I fought at the main lab, but more powerful.
You kept us out of the loop, hid the power guard facility, never told us about these weapons. We stayed, supported your mission when we should have evacuated. These deaths are on you.
I told you to evacuate.
I agreed with you about evacuating. Your superior overruled us.
He was incompetent. I should have been in charge months ago.
That I agree with too.
Raiken dead, I'm acting bureau chief. this operation's over.
Absolutely.
Agent Diaz, we're leaving now. Sorry, friend, but you're on your own.
No, that's good. That's good.
Chief Riken promised to unlock these Imperial files.
Then take it up with him. His body's over there.
Wait a minute, this Jedi is the only person who can stop those things.
I gave you an order, Agent.
And I lost my hearing during the fight. Give me the data pad. I'll do my best.
Good man. Then
Encryption
leave the
complete.
frickin'
The enemy
planet.
took everything from the power guard lab to a fallback position. I recognize these coordinates. An Imperial-controlled factory on the industrial level.
I couldn't have done this without your help.
Make those scum pay for what they did to us.
Oh, I will.
I have your information. The rest is up to you.
I'm sorry for keeping you here. Find some place to hide until this is over.
Sir, I recommend we inform General Varsuthra. We need immediate
Oh,
reinforcements.
don't inform him of
Mark the
anything.
enemy's fallback position. Good luck down there.
Don't inform
Let's
General
go, Agent
Varsuthra of
Diaz.
anything. It's a terrible idea. I will give him a Klingon funeral. There. It is done. Alright. I am going to take a break now. Like I said, I may be back later if I decide to just stream all day, or I may just call that a night and be back tomorrow. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I have been Serpent, so look deep into my eyes, trust in me, just in me. Take care of each other, take care of your communities, and I'll see you soon. Bye.